Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video, hopefully, we're going to have a look at Foggy Coliseum and the team builds that I'm running currently. Sure, it's PvP. You can go ahead and copy those teams, but you could copy them anyway, just straight from the actual in-game. So if we have a look here, I'm currently rank, where are we up to? 35 last time? Yeah, 36. But what you can do, I don't know if you know this, but what you can do, you can click on, say, Eth here, and you can go ahead and challenge Eth to a duel, or you can click on opponent info. And what you do is you then can save this as one of your presets. So I can save Eth's team here and Eth's team builds to one of my own presets. So if we have a look, I can go ahead and change any number of my presets. And what that will do, then I can then import that into the actual game here. So if you want to go ahead and have a look at the top lineups, then please by all means go ahead, check them out. I don't agree with it. I don't think that personally you should be able to copy. I understand that you have different hope tree builds and that you have different ways of building your teams up and different star levels and all of that sort of stuff. So it's pros and cons, but realistically you shouldn't be able to copy the top team build because it's just going to make the meta so stale. I'm just going to be fighting the same teams over and over and over again, some being better than others. I don't like it personally, but that's just my 2 cents on it. It's just how it is, and I've posted on the Discord my disgruntlement. So this is my hope tree. So I'm currently level 1191. And I've gone with, if we jump into Glorians, I've got my proof of Glorians here. So I've gone all the way up, Grace of Hunters, because primarily I've focused on this one because it does not require energy to trigger. It just triggers from the start of battle, irrespective if you've got positive or negative Moonglow. This builds up here on Ultimate, so it's not too much, but so say for example if you run in a negative Moonglow team with a positive Moonglow team, it's not going to work out for you because you're never going to be able to access this typically. So like for example, if I was to run a negative, if I was to run this side, the Grace of Doomsdayers, and then try and run a Grace of Gaze Mystifiers team, it's not going to work out for me very well, and primarily because of the energy build-up, we're never going to get to this, we're never going to get to banish anybody, and we're also never going to deal damage equal to 5% of max HP. So that's my 2 cents on that, which is why I've built the teams the way I have. So I've gone full 5 Grace of Hunters. I've also picked one of these up, Radiant Purity, because I feel it's better to have this top left, even one node or one level of this top left for each of the different synergies than it is to not have it there. So might as well while it's there. I've also got Proof of Glorians, and the second team that I've gone for proof is Proof of Doomsdayers. There is a little bit of method in the madness for Proof of Dooms, primarily because what I wanted to do is I've been trying to build around the mastery units, so Cleo and Victoria. But what I found is that you can't have a Dooms team and you can't have an Avengers team if you have Proof of Glorians, which is why I've gone with Dooms, because we can still have 2 Dooms and then we can use the mastery units as well. I have gone full Doom's Reprisal, increase the reflect rate of Doomsdayers synergy mates by 320%, and I've also gone Grace of Divine, so the maximum number of attack boost, defense boost, and HP boost stacks is increased by 15. When negative Moonglow reaches 200, all allies gain 3 stacks of attack, defense, and HP boost at the start of each round. So we do need to get that up as high as we can, but it's every time we receive healing for Dooms, we'll get that negative Moonglow. And the reason that I've gone negative on this side with the second proof is because I wanted one of each. So I wanted a positive Moonglow proof and I wanted a negative Moonglow proof as well. Now for Avengers, I've gone positive. So as you can see, Grace of Elysians over Grace of Summoners. I just don't think Grace of Summoners is worth it, not this season. I think Grace of Elysians is much stronger. even though it only gives one spot, an increase of, well, for your mystical fountain and the mystical power. I've also gone with this as well. After taking action, Avengers synergy mates restore 20% of max HP. I think that's going to be very powerful, especially with the builds that I've got going on. Healing is a must. So healing 20% of your max HP every single round, very strong for the Avengers build. Now, Valianters, slightly different. I've not gone with Grace of Soul Eaters. I think that it's just so easy to remove. Like the banish effects in the meta, the steal effects in the meta, even the execute effects in the meta. Like, come on. So I've gone with the Ascension. So when negative Moonglow reaches 150 energy for the first time, gains Ascension for 3 rounds. For the duration, attack and defense are increased by 80%, and it gains Fortitude for 1 round. If you level this up, you gain Fortitude for 3 rounds instead. So I'm working my way towards that. And I've also gone with, after each kill, attack increases by 80% as well. Very strong for Rift Odyssey specifically, but very good also in Avengers matchups. So when you've got your Valianters team versus Avengers, you're going to get that 80% quite frequently. So you compare Avengers, well, the way that I've done it, I'm pairing Dooms with Valianters, and I'm pairing Avengers with Glorians because of the positive and negative effects. Now, Mystifiers have gone positive, so I compare them with the Glorians team. And as you can see, I've only got 3 out of 5 on this side and 3 out of 5 on this side, and it's because I've gone full bone corruption. So increasing the corrode damage as much as I possibly can. And finally, I've gone Grace of Shadows for Ethereals. I prefer it much over the Grace of Astrals. It is what it is. But I have, again, so this one is increases the dodge of all allies by 15% every 20 negative Moonglow. So effectively, I think you can get up to 150% dodge chance, which is very, very strong. Each dodge consumes 100 negative Moonglow, and all allies cast an ultimate after dodge, dealing damage and applying stun for 1 round. As well, I have also, upon landing a crit, Ethereal synergy mates have a 5% chance to apply stun. So for me, very, very strong. And then what I've done, I've also invested 1 point in this. So this is the Waxing Moon for Glorians. I haven't invested in the Ecliptus yet. I think that's what they're called, but I haven't invested in the Ecliptus yet. It's just I don't have enough points to do so. And besides, there are other priorities that I need to focus on throughout the building up of the rest of the units. But again, Proof of Dooms and Proof of Glorians are the ones that I've gone for primary. Now let's jump into Foggy Coliseum, and what I want to show off is my defensive teams. Now this is free information. This is free information. You can obtain this just by clicking on my name and clicking on my opponents like I've shown you before. But defensive lineup wise, I just wanted to go through it and explain the choices that I've made. So here we do have the Glorians and Avengers. Now I've gone for Glorians and Avengers because Janna and Althea both are Luminas as well as Hey Kate, so they work very well in sync with each other. I do have 3 Avengers and 3 Glorians. Relic choices are as follows: Chest, Sphere, and Hand of Tyr. The reason I've gone with those 3 is because they all have something in common. They are all Glorian and Avengers relics. So we do get the 2 stars underneath Glorians, and we get 2 stars underneath Avengers as well. Seraphina provides Striker synergy as well as Gloria with Hey Kate. You've got 2 Phantoms up front, just in case your front line die. You want them to come back. And Hey Kate, it's just build around Hey Kate. So we want as much healing as possible going on to Hey Kate, so she can do as much damage as possible. Very, very strong unit, does a lot of damage. And Janna is your fallback, so if the rest of the team die, Janna will probably still be alive. It is what it is. That's just who she is. Next team, I've got Arthur, Victoria, Eudora, Elisha, and Halissa. I've paired, as we said, I've got Proof of Dooms. So all of these units will have the Dooms synergy when they first start. Halissa to pair with Elisha for Monarch, and if Victoria was 8 stars, then she would also have the Monarch synergy, so you'd have the 3 Monarchs, but for now it's just the 2, so it's an increase of 200% HP for Halissa and Elisha. Halissa will provide a lot of buffs throughout the course of the game, or the course of the match. Elisha will stack attack and HP. Arthur will stack attack and HP when reflect damage is done, and Eudora will proc those crits very often for you. Relics wise, I've gone for again, same principle, Ethereals and Dooms. So I've gone all three Ethereals and Dooms, so we can have 2 stars under Dooms and 2 stars under Ethereals. Again, we've got the 2 Monarchs, should be 3, but I don't have 8-star Victoria. And we do have 3 Ecliptus as well. So just in case you don't know what these synergies do, Ecliptus increases max HP and defense of all allies by 200% if you have 3 or more Ecliptus on the team, and the Luminas will increase attack by 200%. So we don't need defense on this team, we just need raw attack, as much attack as possible. Just with regards to relics, for this team, I've gone Avengers at 300% increase for this team. These are presets, one sec. I've gone for the initial, for the first 3 rounds, all allies take 50% less damage, and it's just to give this team a chance to build up. As you can see, I don't have any Deviant synergy to pair with Elisha, so we need as much defense and we need as much survivability as possible to allow our team to build up. Now, next team, I've gone for my Phantom Valianters build. Now, I've done a short on this already, but Elma, Ayushta and Dahlia, all Phantoms. So you get your 3 Phantoms, then you've got Pandora, who is a Monarch. You can build around that Monarch, but I don't have currently a Monarch, so not for me. Now Hades as well, to apply the 35% execution threshold, which works very well with Pandora. I've just gone for the increase in attack for Valianters as my artifact, and relics I've gone for Underworld Key. I've gone for the Mirror, which actually revives allies. I think it happens twice per battle, and then the Night's Edge as well. So just something to keep in mind. Pretty simple. Elma stays alive. Dahlia swaps with Elma and gives him massive attack boosts. Pandora will build herself up over the course of the battle. Hades to execute as well, and Ayushta to confuse, and for the Phantom synergy. And again, I've got 2 Dooms and I've got 3 Valianters. I've also gone with Luminas on this team, Ecliptus on this team for the additional increase in defense to help us survive for long enough. I've got 3 Deviants on the team, only 1 Celestial in the form of Elma, but as you can see, we've got 3 Dooms and 3 Valianters as well, 2 stars under Valianters. And that's it, that's about it for that team, so that's how it works. This team I've gone Enchanters, so I've got 3 Enchanters, Ariana, Wu and Dio-chan. The reason I put Dio-chan in there is because, funny enough, I do have her half red already, so I have her half red and built up quite strongly. She has put a lot of work in, and I can also awaken her if I chose to. But Mavis and Aphrodite on the Ethereals team, and the reason, the Ethereals on the Avengers team, and then the 3 Enchanters as well. So, sorry about that. Again, it's just crashed on me. I am 100% just getting rid of this screen recorder. It's become garbage. So, yeah, as I was saying, Mavis, Aphrodite, Monarchs. You've got your 3 Enchanters here. Dio-chan to increase attack as she dies, and also as she does her ultimates and bewitches, etc, etc. Very strong effects. Wu to provide 75% damage reduction. Pairs very well with the Monarch synergy, and Ariana for shielding as well. With regards to the artifact, let me just pop this open. I've gone with this. At the start of battle, applies stun to all enemies for 1 round. Bit toxic, but I'm very much enjoying this team. It's nice. Relics I've gone for these 4. Again, same reasons as before. So we've got 2 Glorians, 3 Avengers. Yeah, so we get the 2 stars for Avengers and 1 star for Glorian as well. Very, very strong. And final team, I've gone for three monarchs in the form of Audrey, Lillian, Leah, and Astrid, and then Lancelot and Gaia. The three monarchs for survivability, so we don't get one shot, and also then as much corrode damage as we can possibly do. Now I've also built my relics around this team, so we've got two Mystifiers and two Glorians relics in there. So if we have a look, we've got a star under Glorians and a star under Mystifiers. Again, we've got two Protectors, three Monarchs, we have two Deviants, and we have Ecliptus as well. So Ecliptus will give us that damage reduction because we don't need, well, defense and HP as well increases by 200%. Very, very strong. Do not sleep on those. Do not sleep on those. Really strong this season. But as I was saying, so Gaia, Audrey, Lancelot, Astrid, and Lily and Leah. So those are my teams. Those are the reasons behind the teams that I'm running. And yeah, that's about it. So let me know how you're getting on. Do you think I can make any changes to those teams? Try any different units? Leave me a comment down below. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day.